Days with Casper. Today I'm going to be loading up the monster press, the new 15-inch mold over here, and the standard press, and that's it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm going to get to work here. We're going to do a 6 and a 7 ply inside of the monster press today. We'll start off with that 7 ply. So here at Life Skateboards, we do everything in-house. Having control over every step of the process means that we can make sure that every step of the process ensures a high-quality end product. For example, we hand roll the glue on every single board. And why is that? Well, a glue machine misses your face plies and it misses your crossband. It gets both sides of the veneer, so you can't get the faces, and the crossbands have a grain that goes the opposite direction, so those get tied up inside of it. So we roll the glue by hand to ensure full glue coverage on every side of every ply inside of your skateboard. And I'm back. And this is that crossband I was talking about. The grain goes the opposite direction, so inside of a glue machine it would get tied up. But here we are, rolling it just fine by hand. Remember, you can get one of these boards at lifeskateboard.com. Stay tuned for how to get a hold of one of these gigantic boards. If you've watched any of my recent lives, you'll see that I've been shaping these on live. They're absolutely massive. But we do make other shapes as well. We make popsicles, make twins, make eggs, we make funky shapes, make fun shapes. All you gotta do is go right here to this website, lifeskateboard.com. Check it out and we'll make a board for you. Oh. Let's see. I'm honestly real excited for these giant boards. I'm going to set one up. Slappy released a 13-inch truck, so we had to have some boards to match, of course. That's important. Alright, so there's the first 7 ply. We're going to be fitting 2 of these monster boards inside of the mold. And then we'll raise the presses up. You guys can watch that. And then we'll load up the standard press, give you guys a little tour of the shop in between. I don't have a lot to do today. Got more side work than anything today. I am making a skateboard. I'm going to move you guys around here. So we tape up the ends of the deck so it doesn't slip around inside the press. This thing is going to be huge. Also, if you're watching this after my live, thank you so much. You guys are boosting my watch hours. Hey, thanks for the subscription, Jeremy. Appreciate you, bud. I think I'm 700 shy of being a YouTube partner, so people can donate within stream and all that fun stuff. I'm glad I'm entertaining. If all I am on this earth is entertainment for other people, I am fine with that. My existence brings joy. That makes me happy. Hey, thanks for the subscription, Trevor. I appreciate you. If you guys are enjoying this, I know this is a niche thing to enjoy, so share it with your friends that you think would enjoy it. And if you want to help me out, there is a playlist on my channel called Watch This For Me. It's got a lot of my long videos on there. If you let that play, watch it, it's going to boost my watch hours and get me closer to YouTube Partner. Need 3,000 watch hours to get to YouTube Partner, and I think I'm at 2,300 right now. 4,000 for full partner, so we'll get there. Yeah, thanks again, man. Ooh. All right. So as we talked about before, I'm doing a 6-ply and a 7-ply on this one here. That's a good one right there. You'll do it if you do a kickflip. All right, give me a second here. This glue is time sensitive. So let me finish this pressing up here and I'll go do a kickflip for you. Okay, Trevor? That is glue. Yes. I am making skateboards here. You can get one of your own right here at this website, lifeskateboard.com. All right, next here, I'm going to be taping this end up, and then we are going to load these into the press, raise up the press by hand. Then I'm going to go do a no warm-up, barely awake, loose hardware kickflip for Trevor, and then I'm going to get back to work. Sanjay. Listen, there's your shout out. There you go. You can almost see the sign up there. All right. So this is the mold here. We can fit 3 in each one without losing consistency on the concave, but right now I'm fitting 2 in here. I'm going to write 6 on here so I don't forget when I pull these out. So what you're going to be watching me do now is check the alignment. The alignment's off, the whole pressing's off, so this is extremely important. Alright, now I'm going to slide the top mold in there, line it all up, and jack it back up. Okay, thanks, Tristan. Look at that, I didn't even get to the answer. Will it go boom? Good to see you too, bud. Oops. What you're watching for now is the glue squeezing out the side of the press here. That's called squeeze out. It's the satisfying sign there's enough glue in there. And there it is. What's up, Thomas? Nope, I'm not married, but should be a very, very long relationship here. COVID kind of ruined that for us. We're still trying to get back on our feet. Nope. You want flexibility and strength in every direction for a skateboard, so no. That's why you ply it. Oh. There's a great start to the morning. Let's back you guys up. There's your sloppy, no warm-up, wrong shoes, loose hardware kickflip. Happy? I'm not happy with it, but I gotta get back to work. Toyota gang. You know it. Fakey nollie switch. Fakey nollie switch Mongo flip. Is that better for you? Listen, ask and you shall receive most of the time. Most of the time. It might not be high quality. I look sad. I'm sorry. Tired, exhausted, and sad. I don't know. Maybe I just have resting sad face. Years of stress and depression. There's your good answer. Faking nollie switch flips. It's even better when you do it Mongo, man. Faking nollie switch flip Mongo for me. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Love hearing that people all over the world are watching this. That's really cool. No, actually, Sam Cook, who was in the comments earlier, is the owner of the company. He pressed his first boards in 2012. I joined a few years back. I do all of the gluing and pressing. He cuts out the shapes and makes all the templates. I do the shaping after that. Sam applies most of the graphics after that. Do you make anything else? Skateboards. Skateboards. I eat, breathe, live, sleep, skateboards. That's it. But all right, we're going to get back to these standards here. These are the boards that are 9 inches and under. So if you're ordering a popsicle, this is what you're going to get. On our website for the 9 inches and under, we do offer mellow concave, but we're very proud of our deep concave. And our customers tend to love it. I love it. I could hook you up with a Life skateboard for the low price of a Life skateboard. 825 would be $70 on our website. Hey, cool, watching from Tokyo. We actually just had our first order from Japan recently. Sam sent that one out. That was really cool to see. You guys have an amazing skate scene over there. I think that's really cool. Thanks, Nick. Nick Riley, local to Lawrence Park, just hopped into the chat there. And Nick's riding a popsicle from us with the Lori graphic on it. The Lori graphic is not listed on the website, but you can get it if you put it in the notes that you want it. Lori is my rescue dog. It's got her sitting on the stair set and at the park that she was abandoned at. Dang, so Chucky just said, I'll order from Temu. So let's just put some things together here. You check the prices of the boards that are on Temu, and then you wonder, dang, I wonder how many children had to work to make that price that small. We've already discussed the differences between machine work and factory and hand work. You can scroll back if you'd like to discuss that. But high quality handcrafted skateboards right here. This is where you get them. How many plies is this? So these are a standard 7 plies. On the next board here, I'll go through the plies that are inside of the board. All of our boards come standard 7, except for our youth boards, and those come as a standard 6, just to make them a little lighter for the kids. We can do a 6 ply if you want something lighter and a little more flexible, or we can do an 8 ply. Entirely up to you, and those options are available on the website. So like I said, on this next board, here, I will show you the different plies inside of your board. So you got 7 plies of maple here. This is your face. It's a vertical grain. It's really pretty and unblemished. This is a core, so it can have some blemishes on it, but it's another vertical grain. This is a crossband, a horizontal grain. So inside of your skateboard, you've got face, core, crossband, core, and face. Those opposite facing grains give it strength in every direction. Our steep concave gives it strength end to end. And if you wanted a 6 ply, you just take out that bottom core. 8 ply, we add another one to the center. Yes, that is correct. Quarentus 47. Plus, like, think about where those boards are made in Temu. Because maple, to be used for skateboards, should be Great Lakes maple or Canadian maple. So it has to be cut down here, processed here, shipped there, made there, stored there, and then come back. No. Let's just trust this process. Not sure if it's just my connection. Skate Shop says it's down at the moment. Try a different browser. It should be lifeskateboard.com. It's a pretty hefty website. You're able to build your own board on there, veneer up. So sometimes it's not happy with which browser you choose to use. If you are having any issues with it, feel free to contact us at lifeskateboard1010 on Instagram. Ava said, "What are you doing?" I don't know, man. Can you help me out? I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm making skateboards for Life Skateboards. You can get one of your own at lifeskateboard.com. And Sam made a great point. Timo decks will be way more expensive in the long run. So yeah, when you're buying cheap decks, they're not going to last as long. And while factory decks are all pretty garbage anyway, you're just going to get a board that lasts just a lot longer when you go with a craft board. That's what I discovered when I founded the company. I was working in a skate shop. I was pretty heavy-footed. I was going through like a deck a week, which is quite a bit. I just kind of settled that all factory boards did that. And then somebody came into the skate shop I was working at, told me they were pressing boards in Ohio, had me try them, and they started lasting twice as long. So I started advertising the crap out of it, and then come to find out, those were Life boards, and that guy was lying. So that's how I became aware of the company. It's hard to put my feet on anything else at this point. It just doesn't seem worth it. Seems like a big waste of money to buy anything else. We can do 4, 6, 12, 16. I'm replacing one of these cores because it looks like it'll overlap in the press. There we go. There you go. Somebody said they had the same deck for 3 years, and they're rough on them. That's true. Yeah, when quality is put into a board, they're gonna last a long time. For too long, the industry's gotten away with making crappy boards look really pretty, and everyone just kind of accepting that they don't last very long. That's kind of bullshit, in my opinion. It doesn't really matter if a product is something that's going to end up being broken. You should probably do the work to try to prevent that breaking from happening sooner. You know what I mean? We'd rather you be happy with the product than rush you to come back and get another one because it broke. What's our best seller? Honestly, probably the popsicles or twins. Sam would be better at answering that question. I know we sell a lot of pan heads. The barge has been a good seller just because it's a freaking boat. I'm really hoping these new 14.25-inch size boards sell really well. I said, do you make good money? I make a surviving. I am paid a decent rate. I'm taken care of well here. It's always going to be better for there to be more sales and more hours, obviously. But you guys can kind of help my income by, there's a playlist on my channel that says watch this for me, and you'll get me closer to YouTube partner. And then who knows, maybe people donate across the stream as I'm streaming. I'm kind of new to all this, so kind of figuring all that out myself here. I really enjoy making videos and doing live, so if I can turn this into a second stream of income, that would be awesome. Is the shop still open? That's a really strange question, Matt. Well, I've got doing what I love, and that's what matters. So I'm sorry, I missed a question. You can put 6 instead of 7. It doesn't affect the quality, it will affect the strength. The board's going to be lighter, but it's not going to be as strong. Obviously, it'll be the same quality, same concave, but it will flex on you, which some people prefer. That's the cool thing about skateboarding. It's all about preference. I can't tell you what the best board is as far as shapes and everything goes, but I can tell you what the best quality boards are, and that's these right here. No, Matt, this is not that life shop. The bowl is still there. We have moved operations to New Palestine, Indiana, from Muncie, Indiana, mainly for the commute, but also it's kind of crazy. These floors don't have craters in them. It's wild. Thoughts on DBX? Nope. Not gonna touch it. Are you trying to type out deluxe? Is that what you meant to type? Hey, thanks for the subscription. Yeah, but all of our customers say it, Trevor. Somebody said, everybody says they make the best quality. But here's a question for you. Those guys that are saying that they're making the best quality, are they letting you watch them make your board for you? Are they guaranteeing against DLAM on their skateboards? Do their reviews entirely consist of compliments to the concave strength and quality of the boards, besides one negative review saying we have too much concave? I didn't think so. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're just good at all wood construction. I think it's crazy to me that the industry is like, hey, we need to figure out ways to make stronger skateboards, but don't do the things that they could be doing, like screen printing or long press and cure tines or deep concave. They just try to find another avenue to say, like, oh, we did it right this time. But no, just cutting more corners. It's like I saw a post from Paul Schmidt today talking about how somebody's board only lasts them a session, so they're trying to figure out what type of technology to just make a better board. That's the technology right there. Just stop cutting corners and make a better board. Stop pretending nanotubes exist inside of a skateboard and make a better board. But I digress. Hey, thanks, Jake. No, so somebody said you're saying screen printing makes a board more durable. No, what I'm saying is a board that lacks a heat transfer, lacked a step that damages the bond between the glue and the wood. So to apply a heat transfer, you got to roll that thing through a heat roller. That's not good for the board. Rolling boards through a heat roller is the reason concave sucks, because it's easier to push a flat board through a heat roller than a steep concave board. Saying screen printing is a graphic application process that puts no stress on the board itself. That's what I'm saying. Here at Life Skateboards, we use lino blocks. However, I still sustain the idea that the industry should have automated screen printing a long time ago instead of automated heat transfers. They automated the wrong parts of the process, in my opinion. Pine would be a bad wood to use for this. Maple is just tried and true. Thank you, Andrea. You can always get a blank from us and put your own art on it. We apply all of our graphics with hand-carved linoleum blocks. Great Lakes maple is very strong. Yeah, Trismidium. So you can go with screen printing, you can stencil, or you can do these lino blocks. So lino blocks are like carving a big stamp, and then just roll speedball ink on it, slap a graphic on there. And it's a really unique graphic application because when you're done, you can actually feel the ink on there. It's pretty cool. From Indiana, Cloudmouth Vapor. We're in Indiana. What's up? What part of Indiana are you in? I'm moving the sign over so you guys can see the sign while I'm pressing. That's really cool. Need to meet more cornbread people. Corn-fed, I meant to say that, but I barely have a job for me here. Evansville, that's rad. You guys have an awesome park. You guys have an awesome park over at Sunset. And an indoor park over at Killer Skate Park. Love those guys. Go over and tell Glenn I said hey. So right now we're loading this press up, and then we're going to be done for the day. So don't forget you can go to lifeskateboard.com and get one of these decks of their own. Shout out Texas! Yeah, you guys can always help that. I think that's going to be my general response when people are like, hey, can I have your job? Yeah, no. My dream job. All right. Just got to throw these last two in here, raise up the presses, and then I'll give you guys a little short tour of the shop. What time is it? It's 9:30. I finished well ahead of the time I thought I was going to finish. Alright, let me grab my sticks and we'll raise this up here. They took their gerbs. Actually, you could blame PS Sticks for that one. My job. He's making skateboards, that's what I heard. I heard that he was making skateboards. I don't know, you're gonna have to ask him though. From New Albany. I swear, that's very true. Good morning from Portland, Oregon. That's rad. This is a pretty widespreading live today. And don't forget, guys, you can help boost my watch hours by going to the playlist Watch This For Me. Oops. And getting me there. I am at 2,300. Need to get another 700 to be a YouTube partner. And then I have no clue what happens after that. I am new to all this. Shout out from Ontario, Canada. You guys make the good maple up there. Good morning from Virginia, Boston. Everybody sound off. Where are you from? Tell me. Let me know. Colorado. Albany, sorry. California, Tucson, Pennsylvania, Ireland, Spokane, Raleigh, Rhode Island, Andover, Ireland, England, Kentucky, North Carolina, Canada, Tennessee, South Africa. Oh my goodness, this is a lot. That was fast. I don't think I'm going to be able to keep up. You guys are making me read fast. That is really cool. I made the chat do stuff. I'm new to this, and this is pretty cool to me. All right. I wish I could go back and see all this. Burning up in the south down there is what you said. Australia? I don't know. I only got one coworker and he thinks I'm weird. All right, so there's that squeeze out letting us know we got enough. Are you in Canada? No, we are in New Palestine, Indiana. This is so cool. There's so many of you guys making skateboards, but I am finished for the day. But I'll give you guys a tour real quick. So this here is where all the veneer is stored. This is the fickle press, another fickle press. Both of those are concrete. This is a mold that we'll get going soon. This is our wide mold. This is our monster mold, but it also has our long mold in the bottom and a youth mold with kicks that are closer together. And right here is where we fit the mellow mold. And this is the standard mold, the one we just pressed. I did not know that I could see the live chat when I'm watching it back later. Thank you, Destruction. Right here is where all the boards go when they're curing. So what happens is I glue them all by hand right here. They go in the press for a minimum of 24 hours. And then they cure in a stack of their own concave for 7 days. Do I have any fat boards? You know it. We're actually in the process of making probably the largest boards out there. These right here are gigantic. 14.25 is the width that we're going to get out of them. Slappy just came out with a 13-inch truck. How do they retain their shape? It's that long press and cure time. Sam, who is in the chat right now, is the person that started off this company in 2012. Yeah, 14.25 is gigantic. Somebody said how much for a 9 to 10 inch. It depends on what you're getting. Popsicles start at $70 and then shapes go up from there. But I forgot what I was doing and saying. So once those boards cure for 7 days, Sam cuts out the, puts the truck holes in right here using templates. And then he attaches the templates to that uncut. Cuts out the shape on this router here. I clean up the edge here, round off the edge, clean it up a little bit more, clean it up a little bit more, and then one more step of sanding before graphics are applied. Ever been to Burnside? I sure wish. Yeah, Sam also made the machines, yes. Made the machines, is that how I should say that, Sam? Loads of cleaning up to do. Yeah, you know it. That's what has to happen after all the days. Wait, at Burnside? Is that what you meant? Because I lost track of what we were saying. Thank you, Destruction. Thank you, Cover. Hey, thank you, Jesse. I'm about to run over to the studio to show you guys the graphic application. I know that one of you guys were looking for ways to apply graphics to your boards that doesn't apply stress to it. Woo, paying $80 for blanks. Yep, lifeskateboard.com. That'll have contact information on there. Yeah, if that was with trucks. So now, with the deal on our website for a popsicle, which is going to be your cheapest board, is $180 for a complete. That's $110 for all the parts and $80 for the, $70 for the popsicle. Ooh, I like sketchy. I'm gonna have to go. I am from Indiana. I think that's one of the first times someone from Indiana has ever been called cowboy. Yeah, I mean, wood prices and everything have gone up significantly. Oh, I remember those days too. All right, so this is the printing studio, and these are what we call lino blocks. So our artist Ben Blakely carved these guys by hand. We roll ink onto them, slap it on there, and then roll the ink off. We've got plenty of them here. This is my signature graphic, designed by Ben Blakely and based off of one of his drawings. Nope, it's all good. So the website is lifeskateboard.com. I would compare it more to a stamp, not a stencil. So this is a relief image. So this is the mirror image of what's going to be applied to the board. Here is that unlisted graphic with my doggy on it. There's Lori. So basically, roll the ink on there, slap it on there just like a stamp. Colin says they go to Q. Q Skate Park is rad. Big shout out to Q Skate Park. They're awesome. All right, guys. I hope that helped you out, Trismet. And then let me show you, because this is important for you. You're going to use a brayer roller. Use a soft one, like this, to apply the ink, and then use a hard one to get the ink to apply to the object, the deck itself. And then you're going to use speedball ink. Yeah, pretty much just a big flexible stamp. I am done for the day on this job. I'm going to go get some side work done. Who knows, maybe I'll get some skating in this evening. I've been kind of dumb trying to skate in the middle of the day. It's hot. I'm not as young as I used to be. But, all right, guys. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Go watch those videos and that watch this for me. Oh, Francis asked a really good question before I leave. Someone said they wanted to see finished boards. That was silly. I should have done that. Happy birthday! Everybody tell him happy birthday before I leave. I'll grab you some finished decks in the process here. Everybody tell them happy birthday. Here's a Youth 1990 right here. Youth 1990. A 6-ply mid-twin right here with this graphic on it. This is a symmetrical board. There's another board here. The cool thing about using the lino blocks is we can apply them whenever and however we want. And the other cool part about it is that the lino blocks we use for the graphics on the boards are also what we use on our shirts. So this is done with the same lino block that prints the top of this. So you can get a shirt to match your board. Same deal with the back. It's just a fabric ink using the same thing. The truck one is really cool. That's actually my boss's old truck. All right. Well, I think I'm done here then, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. All that other stuff I'm supposed to say. Watch those boards for me. What's the width on that board? I believe that one was a 8.6, if that was a mid-twin. But you just go to our website, lifeskateboard.com. Check out what you want. Get what you need. See ya. Get a life!